Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the virtual class of Production and Operation Management. Now, in this lecture, we are going to start our second module, our syllabus, second module. And the name of the second module is Process Selection. Before going to learn this subject, I would like to explain you the meaning of process and why process selection is a separate module for in your syllabus. First of all, start with the meaning of process. In the definition of the production and operation management, we have learned production and operation management. It is the process of converting our raw material into the finished good. Raw material into the finished good. Okay, here raw material, here finished goods. The middle thing called process. Process is the part of converting our raw material into the finished goods. Without process, we are not able to convert the product. Okay, so ultimately we can say that it is the definition of the production and operation management is the same definition, but the difference is that here it will help to add value into the raw material and make this product valuable in the market. So, raw material cannot be directly converted into the finished goods, but it requires process. Process is the thing which converted the raw material into the finished goods. There are many techniques used to convert our raw material into the finished goods. These techniques called process, because there are many techniques available in the market to converting our raw material into the finished goods. For example, there are many techniques available in the market to produce a biscuit, okay, or wafer. For example, wafer, like we are using like manual technique to convert your potatoes into the chips, okay, and there are many machineries also available to convert this potato into the chips. For example, preparing potato chips at your home and preparing potato chips at Balaji. Okay, we have visited this Balaji unit. That's why we are aware about it. So, how we are converting our product from raw material to finished goods? It's called process. So, there are many techniques or there are many processes available to convert our single product into the finished goods. It's called process. So out of that we have to select any one process, because every process we cannot implement in our organization. That's why in this module we have to learn to converting the product into the raw material into the finished goods, but how, with which techniques we should adopt, why we are adopting the particular techniques. Okay, in this module we are going to learn this point like introduction of the process selection, overview of major process decision, factors to be considered for selection of process, type of process. In the second side we can say the type of production system, job shop process, batch process, assembly line or repetitive focus or continuous process. In this module for your examination, job shop process and batch process are the most important questions for your examination, because these are the process which repeatedly came into your examination. That's why it is very important question for your 14 marks questions, okay, in your examination. So we are going to learn this. It is also syllabus of your second module. This point we have to learn, okay, or in the last project process. Introduction, like same point which I have discussed with you, the process, what is process, etc., etc. Here the introduction of process selection. Each step in a production process can be completed in a variety of ways, or ultimately we can say that a single product can be converted into the finished goods with the help of many techniques. We cannot say that there are only one techniques to convert our raw material into the finished goods, but there are many techniques available to converting our raw material into the finished goods. Consider the process of saving a garment. For example, the key to process selection is to balance the cost, efficiency, output and quality of each option to meet your production goals. Some options may be produce a higher output per hour while costing twice as much as other options. For example, while other options are less costly but produce more errors. Ultimately, we can say that there are many techniques available in the market to converting our raw material into the finished goods, but some techniques are speedy, or we can say that we can easily produce in a bulk, but the cost of the product is high, or the machinery's installation charge is very high, or ultimately we can say that this process is very high but the production capacity is very high. Also, cost is high, production capacity is high, but there are many techniques available in the market. The cost is very less but the error is very high, the speed is very slow. This is also possible or not? Yes, it is possible. For example, Balaji unit has purchased more than 1000 crore rupees equipment. Equipment is the part of process. The cost is 1000 crore plus, because we have visited in this unit and we have discussed that what is the cost of your machinery. That time he told us that we are going to invest 1000 crore rupees. For what? For chips, for wafers. Yes. So the cost is very high and the production capacity is also very high. Like they are producing thousands of tons in a day. Same thing is implemented in a local shop. They are using very local machineries or manual work and producing limited amount of the product with the limited machineries or limited equipment. So here the single product can be converted into the finished goods with the help of many techniques. But which technique is good for us? As for ultimately we can say that in the organization, we are focusing on the budget side, we are focusing on the quality side, we focusing on the demand side. As per the demand, as per the quality, we are deciding that which process is good for our organization and which process is not good for our organization. So it is the way of selecting a particular technique which we are going to implement in the production and operation management. It's called process selection, because there are many techniques available in the market, but we are selecting only one technique which is good for the organization. This whole process called process selection. Clear? Next point is here the overview of major process decision. Process is a set of activities that are carried out one after the other to convert inputs to outputs and provide some value added products or services. Process selection refers to deciding on the way production of goods or services will be organized. Process convert input to outputs. They are the core of operation management. Here the process selection affects the entire organization and its ability to achieve its mission and affects the organization's supply chain. Process decision includes process planning and process selection. Here ultimately we can say that for a single product we require many machineries. We require many techniques to converting a single product into the finished goods. For example, in a raw material side, we cannot able to convert our raw material with the help of only single machine, only one machine. No, it is not possible. Many times we have to use 3 machineries, 4 machineries or 3 techniques to 4 techniques to cover our raw material into the finished goods. So how we are arranging these things? Because whatever machineries 1 is going to produce, which will be the raw material for the machineries 2. Whatever machineries 2 produces, it will be the raw material for the machineries 3. And whatever machineries 3 produce, it will be the raw material for the machineries 4th. And at the end, whatever product converted at the end, by the machinery's force, it will be the finished good for the overall organization. So here it is the technique, how we are using, how we are arranging, which techniques we are using, because many times if we are using the latest technology, we require 2 machineries. If we are using the old technology, we require 4 to 5 machineries to converting our raw material into the finished goods. That's why it is the overview. Here the process is a set of activities that are, set of activities is nothing but a single product converting into the finished goods. How? With the help of many machineries, employees, place, etc., and then converting. And it is not fixed that only one machinery will be helpful to converting our raw material. No, it is not possible. That's why it is the set of activities that are carried out one after the other, ultimately in the sequences, in a sequence wise. If machinery 1 is located in a particular place, this is the machineries which provide finished goods, which provide raw materials to the machineries 2. The finished goods of the machineries 1 will be known as the raw material for the machineries 2. That's why it must be in a sequence. Okay? So it converts inputs to outputs and provides some value added products or services. It adds some value in the raw material and then provide into the next stage. Okay? So these are the overview of major process decision. At the end, process selection. Process selection affects the entire organization because there are many techniques available in the market, but which techniques we must adopt in our organization? It will affect the organization and it will create its ability and achieve its mission, because the mission and ability and the target of the Balaji company is different than the mission and achievements of the local shop which is located in the local area is different. As per the organization's capacity, we can say that selecting the process and affect the organization's supply chain. Here the process decision include process planning and process selection. How we can say that? Process decision. Process decision. What is the decision? What is the meaning of decision? Decision is that there are many points or there are many techniques available in the market, but which techniques we must select to us, why we are going to select the particular techniques to the organization, and which methods we are implementing to selecting the particular techniques in the organization. It's called process decision. So here process decision include process planning and process selection. Okay? So here we are going to learn the process decision include process planning and process selection. Here we can easily understand the point of process planning. What is the meaning of planning? Planning is the activity which we are going to carry out in the future, but we are deciding in the present. It's called planning. In a simple word, we can say that whatever activities we are going to implement into the future, but we are deciding these activities in the present, it's called planning. Selection is the same way. There are many techniques available in the market, but which techniques we must select in the organization? It's called selection. Before that, process is the same word. Okay, but we will learn this point in detail. So process decision includes process planning and process selection. The first point is process planning. Process planning is a preparatory step before manufacturing which determine the sequences of operations or processes needed to produce a part of an assembly. It comprises of 2 decisions. Ultimately, we can say that whatever activities, whatever process, whatever things we are going to perform in the future, but we are carried out this point in the present, it's called planning. But this planning is related to the process only. That's why it is the process planning. Here the process design is also part of process planning, because process planning includes comprises of 2 decisions. One is process design and second one is operation design. It is this sub point of process planning. Process planning is activities we are going to perform in the future, but we are deciding in the present. But how we deciding this point in the present. How we are deciding that these machineries we require, these types of techniques we are going to adopt in our organization. So directly we cannot deciding that these activities we want to perform, these machineries we want, but we apply many things to decide the future things. Okay, so how we will decide the future process with the help of 2 points. Which are these points? The process design and the operation design. What is process design? Process design includes deciding overall sequences of operations, machines and equipment required. Ultimately we can say that what we require in the future overall ultimately in a pilot view we can say that in the process design includes deciding overall sequences. Overall sequences means we need 4 machineries. How we need these 4 machineries? Machineries 1, machineries 2, 3 and 4. Machineries 1 is dependent on the raw material. Machineries 2 is dependent on machineries 1. Machineries 3 is dependent on machineries 2 and machineries 4 is dependent on machineries 3. Like overall we have decided these sequences. These types of material we require, these types of machine we require. This is the sequence. Machineries 1 first we add in a particular way, then 2, then 3, then 4. So overall sequences of the operations, machines and equipment required, it's called process design. Clear? Next is operation design. It's focusing on design of each individual manufacturing operation. It specifies the amount of labor and machine time needed to produce a unit of product or services. Ultimately we can say that in overall side we have decided we require 4 machineries and these 4 machineries must be in a sequence of machineries 1, machineries 2, machineries 3 and machineries 4. Okay, so overall planning we have decided under the process design, but an individual planning, for example in a machineries 1, in a process design we have decided we require 4 machineries, but in a operation design we decide okay these 4 machineries individual wise. In a machinery 1, how much time required by machineries 1, how many employees required to invest in a particular machineries, how to locate these machineries, or in a simple way we can say that individual planning called operation design. Operation design is nothing but a single step must be clear how to perform, when to perform, how many employees required in a particular machinery, in a particular place, in a particular technique. It's called individual site design or operation design. Clear till here? Okay, under the process planning there are 2 sub points. Process planning means future activities which we are going to perform but we are deciding in the present. But how we are deciding these things in the present? With the help of 2 points: process design, operation design. In the process design, overall machineries, overall schedule we deciding. In a operation design, individual focusing we are deciding. It's called operation design. Okay, so these are the part of process planning. Process selection is the second point. Okay, under the process selection, here we have learned that the process decision include process planning and process selection. Okay, process planning we have learned. Now the process selection, which is the part of process decision. How we are deciding these things? So process decision, under the process decision, process selection is deciding on the way production of goods or services will be organized. It helps in making decision related to layout, capacity, equipment and work system. When any company decides to offer a new product or service to its customers, process selection becomes inevitable. Okay, so here ultimately what is the process selection? Process selection is nothing but which process actually we are going to implement. What is the capacity of this process? How we are implementing this process? Ultimately deciding the area, deciding the arrangement, deciding the requirement time, etc. point like layout, Ultimately, how we are arranging these machineries in the organization, in the place of organization. Capacity, ultimately production capacity. In a one day, it is able to produce how many kg of the product, how many units of the product. So capacity must be decided under the process selection. Equipment, and which types of equipment we require. Latest technology equipment require, manual technology we require. Work system, how we will work, with the help of employees, with the help of machineries, with the help of semi-automatic machineries, etc. etc. point we decide in this system side. When any company desires to offer a new product or services to its customer, process selection becomes inevitable. Okay, clear till here? Process selection. Here the key decision while selecting process, key decision or ultimately we can say that which are the points affecting to the process selection, or which point we consider under the process selection. So key decision while selecting a process. When we are selecting a particular process, what or which types of points we are deciding. Okay. So here, make or buy related decisions. Make or buy means what? Make or buy. Ultimately, we can say that we want to convert our raw material into the finished goods. For that, we require a technique. These techniques, for example, it will help us to converting our raw material into the finished goods. But when we are selecting a process, when we are focusing a selection of process, that time which decision will affect or which decisions we decide. For example, a single product can be produced with the help of 4 machineries. Same example, with the help of 4 machineries. For example, raw material converted into the finished goods with the help of 4 machineries. 1 machineries, 2 machineries, 3 and 4. Like first one, second one, third one and fourth one. All are depend in each other. Like machineries, 3 is depend on machineries 2, machineries 4 is depend on machineries 3. So here we have to decide, can we buy all the products? Yeah, directly we can purchase this product and put the label of our company. For example, Patanjali is not able to produce everything, but directly they purchase product from the outside and give his label to that product and sell into the market with the help of its own branding. Or we can say that there are 4 machineries, or we should purchase the raw material which is directly used in machineries 3, or we can say that machineries 1 and machinery 2. These 2 machineries work or products we can directly purchase from the outside, and we cannot require machineries 1 and 2. We require only machinery 3 and machinery 4, because we are going to buy machineries 1 and machinery 2's product, finished goods, for the outside. So that directly we have to use this raw material into the machinery 3 and machinery 4. So here we can say that we are going to buy, or if we are not purchasing from outside, but all things we should produce, it's called make. For example, we are not purchasing the material from the outside which is implemented in the machineries 1 and 2. But we are using this machineries 1, machineries 2, machineries 3 and machineries 4 to converting our raw material into the finished goods. It's called make. Or ultimately we are also doing the machineries 1 and 2's work. If we do not want to produce these things, or we are directly purchasing from the outside, it's called buy related decision. So these types of process we have to decide when we are selecting the process, or these types of decision we have to take in the organization. Clear till here? For example, Patanjali is not purchasing, it's not producing everything. They are producing some products there. For example, toothpaste of Patanjali. every step taken by the Patanjali. Okay, or we can say that it is the pure product of Patanjali. Every step taken by the Patanjali brand. But in a Patanjali milk biscuit, it is not producing. They are not producing in the Patanjali factory, but they are purchasing this from outside and labeling this as a Patanjali product and selling into the market. So here we can say that they are using both systems. In a particular product, in a particular method, they are using make related decision, but in a other product, they are buying related decision. Next is capital intensity and process flexibility. Capital intensity, ultimately investment, our budget. If our budget is very high, then why should not we implement the latest technology? For example, in the Balaji company, they are purchasing the 1000 crore rupees of machineries. Why? Because it has money, it has capacity, and they have also turnover of the product. So they are able to capital intensity. Here the process flexibility must be there, or as per the demand, as per the requirements, we can change. How we can change? How we are depending? This thing decided in the process flexibility. Okay? Clear till here? The next point is factors to be considered for selection of process. Which factors we must consider to be considered for selection of process? Here these are the factors we are consider when for selection of the process. This point we will learn in our next lecture. Okay? Clear till here? If any student have any doubts, please feel free to ask. I will explain all the points in detail, but feel free to ask. That's all for today's lecture. We will discuss these points in the next lecture. Thank you.